Hello, sunshine. This is Joy coming to you from a cloudy, dreary day here in Michigan in the United States. And today I am going to do a dreary pour. I think that's what it's called. I'm so bad with the names, so if it's wrong, let me know in the comment section. Tell me what I actually did. I'm going to fill a cup with paint and then pour it directly onto my cutout here. So this is the state of Michigan. We have two peninsulas. This is the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula. I live about here-ish. I've been up here. It's beautiful. There's an island up here, Mackinac Island, I was to as a child. I'd love to go visit that again. It's a fun state, and this is all surrounded by the Great Lakes. So we have lots of beaches and state parks with camping facilities and beachfront property and all of that. So that's fun. So I saw these on Amazon. They're nice, thick wood cutout. That's a nice thickness, I think. I love the dark, like burned look to it because it's probably laser cut. But when I finish pouring on this, I don't expect that'll stay. But if you're using it for something else, maybe that'll appeal to you. I'm sure they have other states. I didn't look. I just wanted to do Michigan. So this one I'm going to do in Great Lakes and metallic colors. So lots of blue, and then I'm going to do some silver. I've got some 24 karat gold and the last of my worn penny, which I wish I had known that I was just about out. I'm putting my two bottles together to try to get every last drop out, and then I will take the empty bottle and clean it and use it for another color. I'm also going to use my Flip Cup Disaster Blue today. If you've watched my previous videos, that one was really a treat. That was something. So I don't know, this is the interesting part. So when I open this paint every day, every time I open it, there's like these darker blues. I don't know if you can see it because the lighting's not fantastic, but darker blue blobs at the top. I don't know if that's the silicone or if the colors of paint are separating or if I just haven't mixed it enough. I don't know. I still have to find a bottle for it. So I'm just gonna stir it up really good. It's a beautiful turquoise color. It's got some iridescent in it. It's got some metallic in it. So we'll see what that adds. And then I may add a little bit of iridescent white, but I'm kind of leaning against that idea. Yesterday I did white. Well, my video that I just posted, the Flip Cup Disaster, I put white in. Oh, I just didn't like the look of it. It really didn't work for me. So here's what we're gonna do. I've got two little medicine cups that I'm gonna use for the Upper Peninsula and then a bigger cup for the bottom, for the Lower Peninsula. All right, just making sure you can see. You can also see, look, I'm wearing my PJs. It's PJ day here at my house. It's still morning, not that that means that I'm usually in pajamas this late, but either way, it's quarantine, so every day is pajama day, right? All right, excuse me. I don't know. I think I'm gonna start with this bronze, well, worn penny. It looks very bronzish to me. I'm just trying to, I didn't realize how low I was. That's part of the problem. Trying to save every little drip I can because, you know, sometimes when you get ready to do a painting, you have this vision in your head of what you want it to look like. And the vision in my head was a whole lot of bronze. And so I don't have a whole lot of bronze. So I'm just gonna have to kind of wing it. But I'm going to try to do all three cups in the same order. These bottles have a tendency to get a little dried bit on the top. So I'm gonna try to, if it won't scrape off with my fingernail, chances are it's not gonna come out in the paint either, but if I can get it, at least part of it. I don't want goobers in my paint. Although I'm sure if you've watched my videos, you know that doesn't mean I don't get them. That just means I don't want them. And if we get them, it's no stress. They're really easy to remove. All right. Just thinking through where I want my silicone color. I think I want it towards the bottom. So let's go with, this is one of my favorite blues. You guys, if you feel like, man, I see her use that a lot, that's because you do. I love Phthalocyanine Blue. I just think it's so pretty, and it really shows up gorgeous on my paintings. It's a nice deep blue. You can lighten it up. I have in my previous videos lightened it up with just a little bit of white and mixed it up. And then used that. So I'm low on silver. I have Liquitex silver. This is what I have. And I went to mix it up, and I've heard of other people having this issue before. And it's, you probably can't see that, but it's like cottage cheese. So I thought I would sit it, I stirred for quite a while. My arm got tired. And I just can't get it to thin down. So I'm gonna have to go back to some of my Facebook groups that I'm in and see what people recommended, because my goodness, this, I can't use that. So hopefully that's just a matter of time and stirring a little more. So I don't have a lot of silver. I really kind of liked the idea of silver in this though, because in Michigan we have these beautiful rocks called Petoskey stones. Look those up on Google if you want. And they are really, really unique stones and just gorgeous. And silver, the silver color kind of reminds me of those. So I thought, oh, I could throw some silver in there for the Petoskey stones, which is the state stone, I think. The official stone for the state of Michigan. I did go hunting for them as a child up here somewhere, you know, as a kid, so I don't really know where I was, but there's actually a city named Petoskey, I imagine, for the stone. I'm sure I found at least one, I don't have clear memories of it. But I do remember having Petoskey stones as a child and just looking at them. They're so pretty, and just enjoying looking at them. So this is my 24 karat gold. I don't have anything special for the gold to represent other than it's really, really pretty. So there we go. All right, we're gonna add my Flip Cup Disaster Blue. Let's see if I can pour this down the side. This is gonna be tricky, guys. There we go. And hopefully we don't get too many goobers. It really did end up being a pretty color for it being from my disaster painting. It resulted in a very nice color, I think. Hopefully it looks pretty in the finished piece. Okay. Oh, I'm glad that dripped on my table and not anywhere else. Where did I put my little... And the cup is very messy. But if you've watched my videos, you probably understand that that doesn't bother me. Messy doesn't bother me. Okay. I'm wondering, do I go back and repeat the same order of colors? I think I will. Especially for this cup, because I'm going to need a lot more paint in this cup than what I need elsewhere. That little UP. This one is just, it's not going to take very much paint. I don't think I probably have more than I might stop right here actually with the bronze and just call that good. You know, I was originally thinking I would do a flip cup. I probably didn't need to dirty both those cups, did I? I could have just filled one all the way to the top. That's okay. I really think the metallics in this is going to make this really pretty. Here's hoping, right? The silver almost looks white going into the cup after that dark blue. I'm sure it will look absolutely gorgeous in the finished product. And because I'm sandwiching the metallics between the blues, I think I'll get some really beautiful, sheeny, shiny prettiness in all my blues. This one has the metallic in it and the iridescent, but all right. So I am going to finish this off with my Phthalo Blue, and this cup will be a little bit different but hopefully it'll work out just perfectly, and hopefully I have enough paint. I really do need to find the charts and take the time to learn how much paint I need to cover a surface, because I don't want to waste paint. And I don't know how easy or hard it is to find art supplies where you guys are. It has proven to be fairly difficult here. I could order them online, but they take a very long time to come. So hopefully I don't run out of surfaces to paint on. All right, here we go. I know most people usually pour from this section, but if I do that, I'm gonna pour from this side and see what happens. Because then I'll get more colors at once, I think. That's my theory. And I just kind of wiggle it just a little. Oh, guys, I hope this one's gonna be as pretty as it's starting out looking. That gold in there is just beautiful. And I'm trying to keep, oh, I'm losing a bunch of it. Let's tip it this way just a little bit. There we go. I'm trying to keep my cup fairly close to the surface. I'm gonna do that right now, because I'm thinking I gotta start tipping this one right away, because we're running off the edge there. That's the tricky part with these, you know, in the United States, our states are kind of odd shapes. So to get this to cover the whole thing might be kind of tricky without losing all your paint, you know? But we'll try it. And if it doesn't work for me, you'll learn what not to do. It's a lot of blue. I'm not seeing my metallics look like they mixed in. Well, when you tip that, you can really see that gold in there when it catches the light just right. Hopefully you guys can see that too. All right. Oh, we've got just a little bit there and a little bit there. There we go. All right, do I pour the rest of this paint on this cutout? Oopsies. I didn't realize how much paint I had on that finger. Or do I leave it? If I've got, oh my goodness, I just saw the paint on the table there. That does not make me happy, because that's a lot of paint. I think I need to, today, just decide not to scrape anything, because I've been scraping a lot lately, and I just think maybe just live with it for a little bit and see. Maybe I'll like it better if I just give it a little time, give it a little chance. Okay, so this is very, very challenging to pour on, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Because the paint has to go so many different directions. And I should have taped off the back. I just realized I didn't do that. I am going to add a little bit. Hold on. I see a goober. So let me. This is way more blue than what I wanted. Where did the goober go? Right there. Okay. I really was hoping the metallics would shine through. So let's hope. Adding this. It really is sheeny shiny, guys. All right. So this should flow a little easier because there's already paint on the canvas, on the wood cutout. Kind of liking this. If I can get it to stretch enough. Okay, I think I like that. All right, let's try up here. So I'm gonna pour here. This one might be a little more challenging I'm just gonna try to get my edges here with the last little bit in the cup. All these goofy looking edges. Look how pretty that cup is. Can you see that? Will it focus? It's pretty. All right, I'm just gonna pull some of this because that's gonna be poured off anyways, so let's just kind of spread that so we don't have to worry. Okay, one more cup. I'm gonna put it right here. These weren't terribly expensive either. I don't remember the exact price I paid, but they weren't terribly expensive. So if this interests you, you can find your country or state, perhaps. I really hope this is gonna, oh yeah, we're gonna get it covered. It'll be good. Down. I'm really liking the design on this, so I really don't want to tip too much more off if I can help it. So I do have one more of these cutouts like this that I'm hoping I can do something fun on. You know, it's always, I always prefer to buy my art supplies in person. I like to see them and touch them, and you never know what you're gonna get otherwise. But this one I was pleased with. I'll move this down a little. Boy, the gold really showed up in that one a lot more than the Lower Peninsula, but I think that's okay. There's a lot of differences between the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula. So that's okay that they're not matchy-matchy. I am going to torch this, if I can find my torch. All right. I kind of like the Upper Peninsula better. It's got that lovely gold ribboning through it, but that's okay. I don't think I'm gonna fuss over it. Gonna get some lovely cells, I think, in Lower Michigan. Can pull that paint out. That little edge there wasn't covered. Not a whole lot of cells, but that's okay. I don't want air bubbles. And I have noticed when I'm painting on wood, the wood absorbs it really, really quickly. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna have all this time where I can work on this and adjust it, and it's not quite the same as canvas. Just my little heads up for you. It's just not the same. It's still a lot of fun. I enjoy it quite a bit, but it's, you know, it's different than painting on canvas for sure. All right, I kind of wanted to stretch out that bronze. Wouldn't it be neat if something really spectacular showed up right where I live? I could have planned it, I guess. I didn't think of it. All right, I'm just gonna torch this one more time. We didn't get a whole lot of cells, which really, I don't know. I kind of want to say I'm surprised, but at the same time I'm not. With metallics, sometimes you get a lot of cells, so I kind of thought we would have a little more. And there was silicone in the one color. Yeah, I really like the Upper Peninsula a lot better. Which makes me wonder if I should go back. I said I wasn't going to, but I don't even know if I'd have enough metallic to do it. Can you guys see the inside of that cup? Isn't that pretty? Or, okay, I'm gonna be bold, and you guys are probably yelling at me right now to stop, but I want more gold. So let's just see what that does. I'm just gonna tip it just a little because I'm pretty happy with the overall layout, but I do want that gold to mix in a little so that it doesn't look like I just added gold blobs like this over here. Thinking. It ended up looking like gold blobs, guys. So if you were yelling at me, stop, Joy, stop, what are you doing? You were right. But, you know, you gotta try something different. I do kind of like, now I've got like gold where there would be beaches, although the one on the bottom, not so much. No beaches there, that's Ohio. Oh, you guys, you know what I'm gonna do now, don't you? Yep. We're gonna redo the top, or the bottom, I mean. The top I love. This turned out beautifully. So that one, trying to think what I did so different, other than it was a smaller cup. What would make it better? I still liked my order of colors. Pardon me while I dig for a cup. Okay. I'm gonna have to go back for sure and watch this video and see what I did that was different. Man, I'm almost out of all the paint. So we'll see. Here goes nothing. It would be nice if I could get to one video, just one. Don't think I'm asking for too much here, where I didn't redo it all. Oh my goodness. I may only be able to do one layer of color. Anyways, we'll see. Lots of air bubbles in my silver, which is not making me happy. But that's because I've reached the end of that silver. So we'll do, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're just gonna play it by ear, guys. I love this gold. And then my Flip Cup Disaster Blue. I can see a goober. Please don't go in my cup. All right, so I've got copper, silver, gold. Let's go back to copper. I almost feel like the color is mixed less on the top, so I've got more ribboning. And you know what I did is I moved that cup as I poured it. So maybe we will try that. Do you think I can get any more silver? I should have held this upside down. Here, let's just give it a minute. Can you guys still see the UP? Did I move it too far? Oh, you can still see it. Yeah, there's way more ribboning, whereas this seems more, what's busier, more tree ring-ish maybe. I don't know. It just doesn't make me happy. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think I could be happier. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to be able to get any silver out of this. All right, silver's done. So what do I go back to? Get phthalo blue. You know what? I'm just going to skip the silver and do the, well, there's going to be a tiny bit, but do that. And then the gold. And then the teal. Let me know what you guys think. What made the UP so different? Is it that I used smaller cups, less paint, the way I drizzled it? And this time, I think with my smaller cups too, that I poured from the side that I filled. So we're gonna try that. I'm gonna start at the top and then I'm gonna move my cup down to the bottom. as I start to get a puddle. Here comes the silver. And I'm going to work my way back up the thumb. And then I'm going to hold off. Maybe I'll add another over here. This is going to be different than the UP again because I'm doing it so differently. More paint than I needed for sure, but I'm loving this area and it's probably gonna get tipped off. Oh well, here goes nothing. I don't love this right here, so I'm gonna start going that way. Oh, my lines are so squiggly, I don't love that either, but you know what? One way or the other, we're gonna live with this one, right? We have to. It's time. It's time to be done. I wanted to get rid of that silver, just wasn't floating my boat. All right, guys. What do you think? Better or worse? For better or for worse, this is what we got, right? All right. I am such a messy person. Where is my, I couldn't find my torch, guys. I think I like this better, and I think it flows better with that. So, I've also noticed too on wood, hopefully you can hear me, or I don't think my torch is that loud. The colors tend to dull down when they dry, but once I've applied a varnish, they pop right back. So if you're noticing that on a wood piece you're working on, don't worry. You can bring it back, and with this particular type of piece, I will probably go ahead and resin it because it'll add this gorgeous shine. I have, let's see if I can, so there's little tiny sections here where there's almost no room for the paint to flow, and I don't want those sections to disappear. So especially up here on the UP, this right here, it's just filled, it should be a space, but it's filled with paint. So see if I can, not trying to alter the painting at all, but just trying to open up these crevices. And again, that would be, you know, just personal preference. Is that something that bothers you, or do you feel like you can live with it? Oh, heavens to Betsy. Oh goodness, don't tip it, Joy. Okay, I almost feel like I need a new cup for that. Oh my goodness, that cup is pretty. My ADD is bad today, right? Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how to set this down so I can reach all the areas that need to be opened up again, because I don't think they'll do it on their own with that much paint sitting there. You know, you could probably take like a paper towel or napkin or whatever and something absorbent and just soak up some of that paint so that it's not getting stuck in that little crevice. I apologize if you were just watching the back of my head. Try to avoid that. All right, I'm gonna leave that for now. I suppose I can always use a knife too to cut it out. I'm gonna show you guys the bottom of this cup because, oh, it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see that okay, but it's pretty. So I've used a lot of paint again, guys. I gotta get better about my paint usage. Do I save it or do I use it for skins? Oh, that's pretty too. I don't use skins a whole lot, so I think what I'm going to do is something really crazy. We're going to make another custom color. This is going to be my Michigan blue. Michigan metallic blue. So I won't show you all my fiddling, but I will save that paint so that I'm not wasting it. But I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm pretty happy with this one. I feel like this is very Michigan. I love the phthalo blue through here and across here. I think it's going to be really beautiful once it's dried and varnished or resined, probably. The metallics really stand out under a resin. So that'll be fun. So let me know what you think. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't yet, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button. Costs you nothing, and you get to find out when I put up new videos and watch my flubs as well as my successes. So I post everything. Pretty much every painting I make is on YouTube right now because I'm doing a painting a day. That's my goal for quarantine. This is my art therapy journey, trying to get through isolation and feeling like I'm trapped, feeling like I'm stuck. I don't know, maybe you guys feel that way, maybe you don't, but I have a hard time. I've always had that personality that struggles with being told no, so that's probably part of it. Just me being like a rebellious teenager, like, oh, you told me I can't do that, I must go do it. So this is my method of working through all that. So I appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you were able to get something out of it. I guess my one message that I just keep coming back to is try again, because I don't think I've had a painting yet where I did it the first time and loved it, or if I did, I'd have to really think hard. Most of them I've had to redo. So don't be afraid to try again. Don't be afraid to scrape it. It's just paint. So, and like you guys saw, you can salvage it and use it for other things. So, all right, have a beautiful day, friends, and I will see you on the next one. Here's a look at my messy table. My daughter's Legos on the back of it there. And I'll take you in for your close-up. I did change the cups that the upper peninsula was resting on, just because I was worried about the paint or the piece of wood getting stuck to those cups because there was so much paint on it. So here we are. I'm happy with it. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, a thumbs up, or go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks, guys. Happy painting. See you on the next one. Hey guys, I'm just back with a little bit of bonus bits. I wanted to do this before I forgot. So when you do a painting like this, you'll notice on the edge you're hard to see, but there's like little drips. So take your finger or a pencil or the end of a paintbrush, and you're just going to want to run it along and take off the excess, because having those drips there will cause that paint to continue to be pulled off. And I love the top of this. I don't want that to change, so I'm going to run my finger around the whole edge. I'm not going to do it on video just because it would be really hard. I'd probably drop my camera. The other thing I wanted to share was my silver paint. I did go back and mixed it quite a bit, and you can see there are little clumps still, but not bad. I'm not done with it, but I wanted to show you the drips on the Michigan so that I got that before it dries too much. What I did for this was wait. I gave it some time, and then I went back and stirred some more. I added more Floetrol, and I also hit just the surface of it with my heat torch so that it would warm the paint up a little bit. It's pretty cold in my art room this morning. So those are my tips. If you think something else helped to get the clumps out of my paint, let me know. But those are the few things that I did. So thanks so much, and I hope you enjoyed these bonus bits.